One of those questions that I get asked is, who is a healer and what is it that they do? And then it goes even more interesting and they say, how can you heal me? Can you please heal me? I wanted to explain this concept of understanding what it is and how a person becomes a healer and what it is that they are trying to do in this world by saying and owning that they are a healer. Healers are not people who heal you. They actually empower you to heal yourself. They are people who have gone through a journey, a commitment to themselves of healing their own trauma, of facing their fears, of looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, you know what, there's something not right, but I'm going to find out why and what and go on from there. These are people who have spent hours and hours and hours trying to connect through different tools, through different mediums, through different energies to bring them to a space that they are today in. And that makes them very real, very authentic. Now it is that commitment, that time, that energy that they choose to put into their healing, to face all the gunk that they have been carrying all these years, because they've come to understand that something is not right and something needs to change, and I want to heal. That is very powerful when you actually reach a point where you say this is not right. You become an you become an observer of seeing yourself that this is the life that I'm living, but this is not the kind of life I choose to live. And so what are the changes that I would like to make? And that is when the doors open. Different doors, different avenues. Some people go through meditation, some people go through art, some people go through playing music, some people go through dancing, some people use different ways to express their inner core to get to that point. Now that is a journey each one of us has to make. Nobody can make it for you. So when people come to me and say, can you heal me? The point is, no one can heal you. All they can do is show you a path, and then you have to put in the effort. You have to put in the time, the commitment, the energy, and the desire that what it is that you want to heal. Because there's a lot that we carry in ourselves, in our mind, in our body, in our hearts. There are layers and layers and layers that need to be dealt through. When you understand that healing is not linear, it is something that will be very happening one day and then not happening one day. The whole being still, the whole idea of doing nothing is also part of healing. It's also part of growth. It's also part of the evolution that our soul has to go through. But the first step has to be, I want to heal myself. And the second step is, I commit to my healing. Whatever it may be, however the process is, it will be painful. It will be, the way I see it, it's like slaps on your face. You think life, you think you know life, you think you know people, you think you know your relationships. And the amount of slaps you get, like right, left, back, forward, like you fall like anything during your healing process. The point is that you have to keep going. You have to commit to yourself that you're going to see yourself on the other side. And that other side is also not all blooming, happy. You still get anxious. You still fall. You still have days which are not great. But then you've learned ways to manage on those days. You've learned ways and tools that you have been guided from your soul through your being to do that will bring you back into the present. And that is the process of healing. Now this process that they have come to acknowledge, understand, live through, practice it, is what makes them extremely authentic in themselves, because they're not putting up a face of who they want to be or who they can be. What they're saying is that I have reached a point in my being that I feel a little bit healed today, and so I'm able to hold your hand. So healers are people who inspire you to go within yourself to choose healing. They are not people who are going to take away, give you a tablet, and it's not therapy. It's not like they take notes. It's very intuitive. It's very much to do with your subconscious mind. It's very much to bringing you into the present and connecting at soul level, not through paperwork, not through tick marking like you're this, you're this, you're this. You're not mad or crazy. What they look at you as a soul. They don't look at your physical or your mental problems. They look at the soul, which needs to be acknowledged for all that it is. And so that is a healer. The person who has gone through healing themselves inspires people to heal and empower themselves to become healer themselves. And that is a true healer, at least for me. Also, a way to recognize if somebody is authentic or not is to understand, to remember that a healer never says, I'm healed, I'm cool, like I'm done with it. It's a constant. You have to constantly reach back to your soul. You have to constantly remind yourself to go back to that inner voice and how to connect to it in many, many, many different ways. You cannot just have one way of getting to the to something that is so huge and so limitless and so vast. Like you can't just it's not one door you enter and then you connect to your soul and you just paint and that's it. The soul speaks and needs us to give it time and attention from all sides of places. Through art, through dance, through movement, through yoga, through meditation, through even watching a movie, to even just walking out in the garden, to listening to the birds, to the wind, to the colors. Everything. The more you go within, the more you heal, the more real you become, the more you own your life fully. And I tell you guys, it is magical. It is magical when you reach that point within you. It's just you and your creator, and that's it. It's so still in there. I hope in some way this video brings you some insight into that being that you are, and you are a healer just the way you are. All you have to do is commit to your own healing, and when you commit to your own healing, you walk a path of the unknown, of the internal core, of your own being, of your soul, of trusting your intuition, connecting to your creator, and having a voice that is very authentic, clear, and real. You'll feel free, you'll feel silent. You'll feel like there's ecstasy around. You will not need drugs. You will not need things to escape reality. You will just be present in the reality. And you will want to be present. It's so magical, guys. Hope this helps in explaining what a healer or who a healer is. If not, then I will try and explain it again to you. But for now, I hope this helps you. You have a lovely day. Enjoy being yourselves and just commit to being you. The more you become you, the more you will heal, the more you will shine, the more you will be bright, the more you will attract love, everything you want, abundance, anything you want. So with that thought, have a lovely day and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love and light always.